Hi everyone, I'm Rhonda Weisberg with Channel 63. And if you take a look around, we were invited to take a peek at a one-woman show with an artist that I know will be very familiar to most of you, mainly because, well, Vicki, of course, is well known in the community, her husband Ed as well. They're the Slotnicks. And Vicki, for years, has been a participant in the art show, which takes place every January. I got to know Vicki a bit at that time. We've interviewed her once before, 5-minute interview, and today we're kind of taking advantage of the fact that this is a very special, as I mentioned, one-woman show all about Vicki and her talent. And we'll be talking with her. Vicki, thank you so much for meeting with us. This is a real pleasure.
My pleasure entirely.
Thank you. Tell me a little bit about how this came about. How did you connect with Valentine? How did they come to offer you a one-woman show?
Well, I've been using them for many years. Probably every painting that you see here was framed by them, and they're wonderful framers. And over the years, I've come to know them well and feel very good with them. And they told me, I guess it's been almost a year, they told me that I'm one of their favorites and they wanted to feature me at one of these one-person shows.
So they do this on a somewhat regular basis?
They started doing this a year or two ago on maybe a few times a year. They're favorite people.
Very nice.
And I feel very honored.
It's an honor.
Yes.
Yeah. And you know, when we see your work at the art show, at BallenIsles Art Show, we're lucky to be able to see maybe 2 pieces at any given time.
At the most.
The beauty of seeing it all here is that it really is a total reflection of the range of your talent. As I look around the room, everything from the cow behind me, is it a cow or a bull?
It's a cow.
It's a cow.
Violet.
Okay. To the wonderful picture across the wall of the Indian women. Is that what they are?
Yes.
Indian women, to a very handsome young performer who's playing guitar.
Bass.
A bass guitar. Okay. And I mean, they're all so different. And then over on the left-hand side, these are the ones that I think we're all most familiar with, that you have showcased at the art show.
Yes.
And they are, for the most part, members of your family.
Yes, my children and grandchildren.
They are beyond exquisite.
And one of Eddie.
And one of Eddie, too. That's correct. That's correct. So give us a little bit of background now. Again, I know most people know something about you and the fact that you've continued as an artist. Where did this all begin? At what point in your life did you start working?
Well, it goes way back when I was in elementary school.
Oh.
And my very first drawing that gave me so much pride happened to be, maybe not coincidentally, happened to be a pencil drawing of a cow.
Oh.
And I was very proud of that. I probably was in, I don't know, 5th grade, something like that. And I liked to draw. I liked making art. And the cow was very special to me.
That was just a simple pencil drawing.
A simple pencil
No
drawing of a
colors,
cow, but it came out looking like a cow. And then when I graduated high school and went to college, I had to choose a major. And at 17 or 18 years old, how many people know what they want to do in their life? What they want to concentrate on. We don't know what inspires us and what turns us on. So I was an art major almost out of default in college.
Where did you go to school?
Douglas College, the women's division of Rutgers
right,
University. The head of the department was Roy Lichtenstein.
No kidding.
And I'm sure a lot of people know that name.
Wow.
But Roy Lichtenstein was just in the beginning of his career. And he wasn't a teacher. He was an artist, but not a teacher. So I didn't learn very much from him. When I graduated, I got married right away and worked. Then we had children. Then I worked again when the children started to grow, and worked and worked and worked until we moved down here permanently in 1999 to BallenIsles. And one of the things on my bucket list of things I wanted to do now that I'm retired was to start painting again and finding the real me in art.
This is really new again.
It is. After 40-something years, it was definitely new again, totally new. And what came out of me in 1999 was entirely different from what I was doing in college. I felt like a fake when I was in college. I didn't know what I was doing.
So have you taken lessons since you've been here? You're part of the Armory program, am
No.
I correct? No?
No, I started taking lessons with a wonderful teacher and person, Mirtha Barris,
Okay.
Academy of Fine Art. She's in North Palm Beach, and we became fast friends. And she's been my inspiration and my support, and she's become everything to me. A wonderful friend and a wonderful mentor.
So it's obvious to me as I look around that you really favor, with a few exceptions, working with faces and hands and body parts.
Yes.
That's your direction.
Yes.
Hands, I've always heard, are the hardest thing of all to do them well. You're not afraid of them at all.
I'm not afraid of them. I'm not afraid of ears. I'm not afraid of eyes. I'm not afraid of noses. I'm not afraid of legs.
Like, tell us about those legs. Those were also featured at the BallenIsles Art Show several years ago.
Yes.
And they are legs that belong to people in the community?
Yes, you probably know them. Well, the legs at the top are Eddie's, my husband's. The legs in the middle are legs belonging to Paul Rosen.
Okay.
And the legs at the bottom belong to Carol Rosen.
Ah.
And we took a short trip together to Abaco in the Bahamas. And when we got there, we took a walk, and we walked down to the beach. And I was walking around with the camera, taking pictures. It was at sunset. It was a wonderful, wonderful spot. And they were sitting and having a drink, and I looked at their legs and the light and of the lower sunset, and I just felt it was a wonderful picture that I'd like to paint.
Great opportunity.
So that's how the legs came about.
So is that where all of these pictures begin? Do you always have, all these paintings begin, you always have a picture first that you work from?
Yes, I take the photographs, and with the exception of one, the musician, I have taken all the photographs, and I go through my photos and crop or whatever. I crop, so I get the painting that I want. Then I put it on canvas.
How long does something like that take to come to fruition? Any one of these pictures, these portraits, is it months for something to be completed, or are you
Usually, well, the smaller ones will take maybe a couple of months, 2-3 months. The Indian women over there is probably a 6-month or more effort.
That's quite a collection of women.
It's 8 women, 8 full figures, but I really enjoyed doing it. It was,
and each one, as I look at it, has a very distinct look and personality. So, I mean, your eye is really incredible. I'm sure you've heard that many times.
Thank you. I feel as a portrait artist and a figurative artist, I feel that I need to capture the spirit of the person, the personality. That's why I do not want to take photographs and then paint portraits where the person might be looking at the camera. I want the person to be themselves.
Be unaware that you've just
Unaware.
taken this picture.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Have you ever had the opportunity to present the picture, the painting, to outside of your immediate family to show them. But people on trips that you've come in contact with, have they ever been able to see what you've produced after taking a picture?
No, and I feel so sad about that because as in India, over in the corner, the Myanmar woman meditating, which is my latest, I just finished that one. I don't know these people.
And yet you do.
Yes,
It's
yes,
obvious that you do.
yes.
You form that kind of relationship.
But I would not be able to
to do
find
that.
them.
Right, right.
Yeah, I wish I could.
Sure. Let's talk a little bit about the pictures that are from your family, the individuals. Do they love the fact that you do this?
Yes.
They do.
My,
They're proud of it.
my children are so proud. And yes, all these, of course, will be theirs
Someday.
someday. Hopefully, I don't have to die for them to get them.
Please not. Please not. The
Yes, my
likeness.
kids are so proud, and Eddie is so proud of me. It makes me, it validates me.
I like that. I like hearing that. They are extraordinary. I remember the first time I saw them at the art show, there was a question in my mind of, is it a picture or is it a painting? I had to go up so close because the likeness, after you've seen some of the people from your family, had an opportunity to meet them or just, glanced at them when they've been there at the club, the likeness is extraordinary. Obviously, you know your children's faces better than anybody else.
Right. But when I started portraits, I somehow felt that I had to be very faithful to what I saw, the reality of what I saw, because I was working from my photographs. And it actually was not as much fun as I'm having now. These are obviously my children and grandchildren several years ago. I'm having much more fun now with portraits because I'm loosening up.
Boundaries or...
Yes, I'm becoming less photorealistic. And it's a struggle because I'm compulsive about things like that and getting it to look like what I see. And what I see is real. I don't abstract in my mind. So by the time I got to the woman from Myanmar meditating, the last one, you can see a difference. I'm much less photorealistic.
You can
with
see
her
the
shirt.
changes in the techniques.
Yes.
That's why I mentioned that the beauty of seeing it here at the show, as opposed to just two of your pieces at a time, you can actually see the transition as you've moved
An
along.
evolution, sort of.
Exactly.
Yes.
The evolution in your talent and your life.
Yes.
Becomes,
Yes.
yeah. Vicki, I'm so sad to tell you that we're at the end of our time.
Oh, my.
I've enjoyed this so much. I just wish everyone in BallenIsles would have the opportunity to come and see your work en masse. And you'll have to let us know when these kinds of things happen again. And we'll all love following your career and your talent because you are extraordinary.
Thank you so much, Rhonda.
You're very, very welcome. One of BallenIsles' best, for sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.